Hmm. There's nothing in there, buddy. Why are you freaking out? It's empty. Hence the 20 something pounds of fucking fluid laying right next to you. I'm bad at estimating those kind of things. So. It could be fucking 100 pounds more or 50 less. One or the other, it can't be anything else. It's either 100 more or 50 less than what I said. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a whim here and say I definitely should have went to the fucking hospital. But I know it wasn't anything that I took. I know it was the meth I smoked. That's what I tell them. I feel like I just need something. I think a week in my body, so fucking week I haven't eaten forever. I'm thinking I probably recognize that too. Let alone share some medicine that he's got laying right next to me. I probably have another entire container full in the bathroom. But instead I would able to fall asleep, which is actually, kind of impressive. And I'm just gonna go over here and say all the names that Jen's called me. She's also called my dad at one point. Like it's probably normal conversations that they have brought to me. And I can guarantee if I got a choke in I'd be able to say. And that's fucked up. And not only like in my father's house, but in a spirit bedroom. Man, it's gonna be a doozy. It does make for a rather fitting ending to Chapter 3. 6688469993. Just with my father being completely okay with listening to me throw up for at least the past, 12 hours? And do nothing but yell at me. Tell me I'm not welcome and I need to get out. All because they changed. I went over this many times in my head. And it's because they changed. The first time we were gonna go get something to eat, it was like within the first week or two that I moved in. Drove down to this restaurant down here at the end of the road. I stayed in the car with my mask on. We didn't end up eating there because it was too expensive. I have recordings of Leroy and Martha, characters I made for my cartoon. I mean, full blown yelling, "She's behind the cord!" I've been doing my voices and characters the first week I lived here. And then to not have, I mean, Jen would be one thing. The first time I met Jen was when they offered me to stay. And by they be my dad. Because I never would have came to stay with Jen. If it was just Jen, no. I'd stay where I was. I even told him it'd be something that we'd have to kind of talk about and not to jump to it yet. And I even called, it took me a month before I even said yes. And it took another month or two, for them to clean out the room. Because I had a deciding factor. The shed that I was living in flooded. Not really flooded, but it was like fucking damn near close. I didn't have that little front porch that I built out of the pallet boards. You'd have been in water. And then I talked with someone I believe truly did care. And it was advised that being with family is probably the best thing for me right now. So yeah, I definitely am very influenced by people that I trust. Especially older ones. That I just assume have more knowledge. That's all life really is, right? Learning experiences. It don't matter what they tell you. I'm just now finding out it ain't all true. like having Jen tell me I don't need to be worried about people stealing from me anymore because I'm home. You're home now. You don't have to worry about that because you're home now. And like my first day, I think it was also saying, I don't care if I just sit with you. At every meeting, we're going to get you the help you need. Was the exact words. I know she meant appointment, but she said meeting. And just 6 months ago, on my birthday, my dad said, as long as I have a roof, you will too. I don't care what they say. And it struck me as odd that he would say, I don't care what they say. Just because of everything that's been going on. And we weren't talking about anything like that or nothing. But I didn't question it because it was a nice moment. I gave a hug and told him I loved him. And right before that, he's the one that brought up, it's been about a year, huh? And I lived here. Almost a year. And then he said that. I don't care what they say. As long as I have a roof, you do too. But I was unaware that all those words and things being said they meant something else. It's not even my dad or Jen can deny that I have offered damn near every time I see him. Like, it's probably gotten annoying at this point if they need help. And I don't blame them for not noticing the shit that I've done to help, because I do the unnoticed things. That's the way I was trained. Like that orange chicken sauce at the bottom of the fridge that was there for who the fuck knows how long and was about as thick as a quarter. It's gone now magically. All the nooks and crannies in between the washer and fucking dryer. Shit like that. Underneath the fridge. That was a different time too when I did this. And then I, did all around the whole corner of the entire kitchen. Anything that looks like it's sat for a long time. I even did the side of the wall right when you walk in. Because from carrying in stuff, you got your hands full, it drips all over it. Shit like that. And then the reoccurring ones like microwave. That one gets dirty pretty quick. Like right now, I haven't used the microwave a single time since the last time I cleaned it. And it's due for another one. But I was sick as shit. And I ain't doing jack shit right now. But if I see it needs to be done, I do it. Dishes, put them away. As soon as I see they're not it. It doesn't matter if I'm like just got done cooking my breakfast and it's sitting there nice and hot and ready. I always put away the dishes. I say that because specifically that's happened a couple of times, more than once. When my food's been hot and ready, it's ready to go, and I'm like, oh fuck, I just opened up the dishwasher, it's full of clean dishes, I gotta put it away real quick. I fold their laundry and put it away, whenever I see it needs to be done, or not put it away, like leave it on the couch recently, or I'd hand it to them if they were there, or whatever. And then I always try to, my dad's got bad OCD, so no drips in the sink when you leave. Just nothing like on the mirror in the bathroom or something, just wrinkles on the couch, whatever you could do to make it look like tippy toppy shape, but I don't have OCD, so it's never gonna be up to par. I truly, in my heart, believe that I tried, and I think anybody who even at least tolerated me would see that. But it comes to find out my dad full blown hates me. I would rather listen to me throw up all day and bitch about it, actually, than to offer a cap full of Pepto-Bismol that he's probably got an overabundance of. Horrible single Tums. Or even ask if I'm okay. Not even give me anything, just ask if I'm okay. Instead, I got yelled at. The first time my dad ever talked to me about anything negative, he choked me. Before he choked me, he never said one negative thing about me staying here. No warning. Jen, she's giving me like the warnings talks, but she pulls everything out before. I can't trust anything she says. It don't matter if I left my fragrant scent behind me in a room, it's getting brought up. So I learned to brush those off. And the worst thing that she's ever talked to me about was either leaving a light on or a dirty dish. So that to me is kind of like a pat on the back. Like for someone that's looking for problems and all they could bring up is a dirty dish or a light being left on, that's a good job in my opinion. Now I got them both screaming at me. Tell me I'm not welcome and I need to get out. And complain about what seems like a buildup of stuff, me not cleaning up after myself. About, the room stinks. Well, I have bags of vomit next everywhere. Yeah, it stinks. I was told to not throw up in the bathroom anymore because people need to use it. And to puke in a bag, and that's what I'm doing. Obviously the room stinks. Not even a homeless man that you freshly pick off of the fucking worst place in town is gonna smell like aborted fetus vomit. Obviously that's why it stinks. And the only time they've talked to me since I started throwing up was to tell me to be quiet. While I'm throwing up. Or complain that I was in the bathroom. And they're not gonna see it like that. No matter what I do, they're just gonna despise me. Even though this was just sprung on me 2 days ago. And I'm expected to pack up and leave without even so much as a fucking lighter. No preparation at all. And now they want me to go. My dad today even, he doesn't have any recollection of not only acknowledging that I have a parasite that I got from my job, but obviously doesn't remember exchanging this information to a friend of theirs right in front of me. Me denying his tattoo because of it me denying his friend sat to with him sitting next to me. I was trying to figure out a way to explain to him, to his friend, and I would feel like a shitty tattoo artist if I didn't explain it to him. And my dad sat next to me the whole time, because I free talked to my dad about it. None of those. And he says today, you have a parasite and you brought it here with you? Like pissed off? Like what the shit? Yeah. You've seen multiple videos. We've had this conversation multiple times. I've showed you bags of blood with chunks of what I believe is a picked apart fucking parasite. You can never get them out in one. They're always picked apart. I've yet to get one out that's one solid piece. But not only that, but he also he said, oh, he used to work for the city, and he thinks he got a parasite from him. And even mentioned a boss died from it. Now it's news to him. Today. Yesterday. That's just mind blowing to me. I'm not gonna be able to mentally help you. Wasn't that just what this whole thing was about, wasn't it? Now that I moved in, gave anything of value that I had, any money I had, all went to them, all of it. Gave them my car, and denied a full-time position because they said they think I should just focus on my mental health. And that I should deny it. All that. And now they expect me to do it. I mean, granted, the car was ugly, but it was reliable. I stayed in every single town, at least a night. Some, close to a month. I said Cricket, I was out there for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Right outside the store. Basically the Walmart parking lot, but like off to the side. And that's where I got that video even. With the drone or helicopter or whatever you want to call it, star. It was a 2-hour-long video of a star. Every time I pointed out in just a normal video, everybody just, you have to start cool, and they would never want to actually sit there and watch it. So I took a 2-hour-long video before the hyperlapse was, to my knowledge, even though my phone had it, and I wasn't smart enough to think, but I took a 2-hour-long video of the sun coming up, and that star turned into a helicopter or drone or something that was flying, still facing me. And I have that video. And I may or may not have a bunch of coffee and pastries all over. You get hungry, I want steak out. I can't confirm or deny anything. But I did that because I was sick of people just be like, so I can at least skip to the ending. Like, okay, you see this here? Now look at it here. That's obviously a fucking helicopter, yeah. Why? Then still people don't give a shit. Still can't get anyone to listen. I don't get it. I mean, I think someone could literally eat your pet parakeet right in front of you, and you would still offer them a cap full of Pepto-Bismol or something if they were just throwing it profusely all day. And all night, at least for your own benefit, to shut them up. Even selfishly to do it, but to just sit there and be okay and bitch about you being allowed to not just a stranger, but your own blood son. But I always stood up for my dad. We always had this like respect thing. He never had to tell me anything, not once. The rest of the kids, I saw him get on every single one, but I don't think he's ever had to punish me. I don't think he's ever had to punish me. I know Angie did. Not all of his girlfriends did. I don't know why they're all like this. But every girl he gets with is the same. Even like to my knowledge, like I know it wasn't his last, I think he had another girlfriend in between, but met. Even that the last known that I know of girlfriend put a condom outside my window full of lotion. As if a teenager basically. I was in my 20s, but like still young 20s, like 22 or something. 21, I can't remember. Outside my window. I don't use condoms at that age, for one. And for two, when thrown out the fucking window, my dad would give me a high five if I got laid. So I didn't really understand the logic there, but she was. And then she was crying to him about me. But she was fake crying, because as soon as he turned his head to look at me, she was making gestures like doing the whole like throat cut gesture, like you're dead, you're done, you're out of here, and stuff. But while he was looking at me, and then as soon as he turned his head back to her, she'd fake cry again. Just pure psychopathic like behavior. As well as do donuts while flipping me off in Ray's parking lot in his van. And it's just been every girlfriend's head. Because Jen even now told me I've stayed here one night and it's time for me to go, implying that she's going to call the cops and that's what she's going to tell them. Isn't it obvious who the fucking source of the problem is here? Just openly like making up lies, like right in front of my dad too. Like making these lies up about me. And I know for 100% fact she would mess up rooms that I would leave because of the one time I forgot my charger. Like 15 minutes later, I went back in, there was tobacco spread everywhere, the couch was all messed up, and I had just cleaned it before I left. Made to look like I did it. But I just cleaned it up and I didn't say nothing. My mindset was just trying to stir a pot. She's already mixing it the fuck up. me saying something is only going to get her to do what she's doing today, scream. So I weighed up my options and I said, being quiet is my best bet. Just fucking eating it. Even not too long ago, I heard my dad walk outside, or someone, I didn't know at that point. And then right when that door shut, someone scurried into the kitchen real quick and went back into the bedroom. And I just got out of the shower. And I went to the kitchen, which I never really do. I normally go straight to my room. I think I still have my towel on. And went into the kitchen. And there was water all over it was made to look like I did it. Because my dad had just left. And then I see my dad come in and I was cleaning up the kitchen sink right as he walks in. And I didn't even do anything. I didn't even get a drink or nothing. I just started cleaning it up because I saw it. And I didn't want him to think it was me. That's the kind of shit that I've been dealing with. And obviously he's come to believe that that's what's going on. I say, and I never clean up my mess. But 3 days before, it was 3 days, 3 or 2 days before, he told me I had to go. Offered me fentanyl. Not only offered, but kind of persuaded. Saying things like, it ain't that bad. No, I think it's something else. And we should give him some to try. And then 2 or 3 days later, whatever it was, tells me I need to go. And grabs me by the throat. So what was the plan? Get me addicted to fentanyl and kick me out? Luckily I denied it. Declined, however you want to say it. Declined it. Denied. I don't know what the proper English word would be. And then both of them just here and then I've been throwing up all day and all night. Having plenty of medicine that would make me feel better and not even offer a tiny bit. That's my problem. My blood quality. I remember one time listening to Demon Hunter in the car. I think my car wouldn't start. I want to say it was the white one. Like Toyota or something, I think it was. I like that car too. That is a white car, I think. And it wouldn't start. So my dad gave me a ride to school. And as we were going to Crater High School, I was listening to Demon Hunter, and I remember he stops the CD, and I look over and he's got tears rolling down his face. And that's when he explains that he's got brain cancer and he's gonna die. And I didn't cry at first. I think I kept a straight face-ish, almost. I gave him a hug. And we got to school. I got out, and I go to my class. And I think I was crying in the class that I was. And so the teacher dismissed me, told me to go to the principal's office. And I go to the principal's office, and there's a chick, I can't remember her name. And I told her what's going on with my dad. My dad has told me he's dying from brain cancer. And she tries getting under my skin. And starts telling me that my dad was just a crackhead running around Gold Hill with Linda Berlin. And I'd heard that name before. I don't remember who, I don't even know who it is, really. I just heard that name before, my mom being tied to it, but kinda. And I flipped out. I told she was a liar and that, I had just gotten a ride to school from him. And I was just, out of my bedroom that I had since a kid, you know, and I flipped out and knocked something off her desk ultimately. Intentional or not I won't say it was not intentional, but I kind of played it off like it was. And then I told her I was going to bring a gun and blow my head off in front of her office. And then I instantly retracted it, and I was like, no, I won't do that because you won't even feel bad. Something like that. And then I went outside her office and started crying. Like, I leaned up against the wall, kind of crouched down, sat on my butt. And shortly after, that's when Officer Brown came over and talked to me and asked how I was, like, what's going on. Then ultimately we go to his car after I explained a little bit. He said he wants to get me checked out. And we go to 2 North, the psych ward. And there was this. I get checked in. And I kind of sit there just all upset, but the only source of entertainment I had was this kid running back and forth. It was like Scooby-Doo. He would run by from where I was sitting, and you couldn't really see exactly what was going on beyond that point. It was like Scooby-Doo. Like, he'd run one way, screaming rap music, and then the nurses were chasing after him. And then he came back the other way, and still singing, and the nurses would chase after him. It was like a Scooby-Doo skit. It was hilarious. And then I know they offered me one meal, and I said no. And then the second meal that came around, whatever the hell it was at this point, they didn't even ask, they just brought it out, gave it to me. I said, come on, sit at the table. I just played with it. I didn't eat it. And I think she ended up taking it from me too, and just say, not hungry, or something, whatever. But my dad came and picked me up. And that's when I explained to him that they were talking shit about him. That she was lying about you, Dad. The principal was. I didn't know he couldn't give it 2 shits less. I thought I would really have to do something horrible. I mean, I thought this would have been means for me, like, selling shit on the internet or something. None of that. It's just from not cleaning up as well as an OCD person would like me to. And probably playing my guitar, making some noise. A normal reason for an adult to have a stern talking to with. Not choke out their son after never having to lay their hands on him, for one. I've seen him lay his hands on other people. But he never did to me. And tell me I'm not welcome. They kicked me out. Like, I'm leaning towards I was abducted. And for some reason, I see them as people that I recognize. I mean, my dad specifically, because I didn't know Jen until the day I moved in. Or the day they offered me to move in. And she made me an egg sandwich. And gave me her cell phone, actually. See that day. So these people were nice. Or she was. The people were my dad, but I'm leaning towards, I see him as like my dad, but it's not my dad. My dad don't listen to country music. He took away my Michael Jackson CD because it was too soft. He gave me Metallica CD. My dad introduced me to Korn and Ministry. I never would have heard of Korn if it wasn't for my dad. And that was my top number one band for a majority of my life. Obsessed with it. And everything was about Korn. And that's all because of my dad. And now this person listens to the same country songs, like 5, on repeat. Nothing else. I remember I wanted Reloaded for Christmas one year. And he accidentally got me Load from Metallica. They look similar, one's flange and one's like blood bubbles. They look really close, identical, so I wanted Reloaded and he got me Load. But as for listening to it, I remember he was talking about how they went soft, they cut their hair, and now they got twang twang in their music, because he hated country that much. He hated the twang twang that Metallica had. Then I remember getting a Goldberg shirt that Christmas, and paintball guns. Me and my brother shot each other's balls in the fourth. And we were in my stepmom's house, a greenhouse before it burned down. See, it's easy to tell the truth. You think I would have been able to remember all of that verbatim? And the first time I told it this morning. If it wasn't the truth. Liars can't do that. Liars usually get caught in a lie. They gotta change the story because they forget what they said, and so it changes. My story stays the same because it's the truth. I didn't suddenly get a memory from fucking Einstein himself. I just know what happened. And it's a memory. You just basically watch it in your head and explain it. And they're all still there. Granted, I could have very well been blind to a lot of things. Like this feeling, this sick, is a spot on tip of the fucking nail to the head feeling of my 21st birthday when my dad and I went to the titty bar. And he showed me how to hold my money so it looked like more. And I don't think he got me a lap dance, but I know I wanted a lap dance from the ugliest one. I was 21, stupid, thinking that that's the one most likely to go home with you. But that night, I remember he told me I think we were talking about, I was talking about going back in or something after smoking outside or something like that. And he told me that he already spent $100. I was like, oh shit, okay, let's go. So we eventually went home to my bedroom up on the mountain. And I threw up all for the rest of the night and the morning. Now I chug a whole bunch of water and then I throw it right back up, and I was going to bed, getting up just non-stop. It felt exactly like this. I just assumed that my beer got spiked or something. I was thinking, I knew one of the strippers, she kicked over my beer. And they got me a brand new one, a full one. I was like, oh, score. The other one was like almost gone. So I was just assuming that it must have been that. I've been on the outside looking in, but I've never seen my dad malicious towards me until now. Anyone that could sit there and listen to their son complain, have medicine, not even check on, only tell them that they have an interaction with them is to tell them that they're not welcome and they need to leave. Even if I was destroying the place and having parties here every fucking night, blaring the stereo, which I'm not, I didn't think none of that would even be means to treat your own blood son like this. And I mean, yeah, I did disrespect his girlfriend because I know what she was doing. I know her type. Like, tell me dinner's ready and have the fridge half cocked open with something leaning against the door, so as soon as I open it, it falls. Luckily, I caught it before it did. Shit like that. And it's been happening, and I keep it all inside. So yeah, I have a little built-up aggression towards him. Some resentment, animosity, whatever you want to call it, I had built up. But not only that, even like what I have called her, I mean, the shit that she's called me has been twice as worse and twice as often. But on his behalf, the only reason why he sticks up for her is because he doesn't want to hear her complaining bitch, because he has to live with her. So I kind of get that, but I didn't think now it's a whole new level. Now it's personal. Like, I would get trying to be the middleman and like just be like, okay, well, let's figure this out. But to grab me by the throat and to have medicine that would make me feel better, but instead listen to me puke all day and all night. And I haven't eaten anything in 24 hours, probably more. Yesterday I had a sandwich, and then before that was another 24 hours. So I did 48 hours, I have one sandwich. And you watch, as soon as I go to eat again, it's going to be the end of the world. Not to mention all the stuff that was happening before. I turn off the hot water every time I shower. I turn on all the appliances that use hot water. I have at least 5 videos of me filming the washer and the dishwasher. They're right next to each other. And then filming the bathroom. With steamed up glass. To show you that I just got out of the shower. At least 5 of them. Okay, how did we do this last night? Oh my god. I'm told it stinks in here. No shit. Look at the amount of vomit sitting right next to me. There's a pickle jar filled to the top, 2 cups filled to the top, and then a bag. It was about a quarter full. The bags started getting floppy, so I just started using hard containers. And I'm not sure what worked last night, but if I had a pair of headphones, I could probably just plug it in and it would stop ringing loudly, but I don't, so we're gonna have to see if that one worked or not. One of the combinations does work, I just can't remember which one. Because my memory's not all that great. You see how that works? I wouldn't be able to make up all these fucking stories and then be able to tell them verbatim hours fucking later. Like, I'm not that fucking smart. I don't know, man.